Hey loves, this is Bobby and I am here with another video. Okay, so with this video I am going to talk about 5 series that I need to finish because I loved them and I didn't finish them because I'm terrible at finishing series, but I need to finish them because I really want to and I enjoyed them, and why I didn't, I seriously have no idea, besides the fact that I'm a mess that never finishes series. But lately I have been doing really well about either finishing or at least getting to another book in the series, so let's get started. This first one is a favorite of everybody and I have read the first 2 books in it. I really loved them. I want to read the rest of the series and the connecting series and his other series because I really like the writing. And like I said, I don't know why I never finished it because I blew through the first 2 books like within a day of each other. And that is the Percy Jackson and the Olympians. I read The Lightning Thief and The Sea of Monsters. I absolutely loved them. I was one of those people that I saw the movie first, well, the 2 movies first before actually getting into the series. I liked the movies, and I started seeing people saying, oh, they're so terrible compared to the books, and I'm like, really? I thought the movies were fun. So I picked up the books, and holy shit. I can't watch the movies anymore because they're garbage. Like, they're like literal garbage. They missed so much, and this is such a fun series so far. I'm really hoping to get into these before the end of the year, but if not, I want to make them the first series I want to really get into in the new year. But my goal is this year. I just recently got the box set of it. I loved this set. I think it looks so cool. I love the whole box sets when they line up together. So yes, I definitely need to finish this one. I've just heard how everybody just loves it, and then they like the second part of the series. I can't remember what that one's called, but I really need to finish this one. Okay, this next one, I've only read the first book, but it is one of the most popular series ever, so I'm not going to really get into it, and that is Shadow and Bone by Leah Bardugo. I really enjoyed this one. I remember when I first read it, I really liked it. I can't tell you like most of what happened in it. I think I'm gonna have to do a reread on this one or look up a summary because I remember some things but not a lot. But I do want to finish the rest of the series. I still have to read the Six of Crow as well. I have the whole thing and I just never got around to them. I don't remember why I didn't get into the second one because I remember really liking this one. It was fun. It was cool. I liked the magic and stuff in it, but I just never got around to picking up the second one. I do own, like I said, all of it, so hopefully I can get to these as well soon, but I'm not really sure where on my list I need them. If I can fit them into a prompt on a readathon, I will definitely add them in there. I kind of forgot I had these because I had them kind of buried in my shelves, and then when I had rearranged, I popped them to the front because I need to get to the series. Because I just hear so many good things about it, and I liked this one, so I know I'll like the rest of the series, so yep. Okay, for this next one, I had just recently finished this one. I had started it a couple years ago. It was a DNF because I hit a really bad reading slump, and now I am getting back into everything, and I picked this back up I think I read it in July, and I loved it. I thought it was so much fun. I want to see where the rest of the series goes, and that is A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. This was just so cool, and these are all like really popular series, I think except one of them, but everybody and their mama has read this book or this series, and I just never picked it back up again. I am so glad I finally did because I just thought it was so cool. This was a 4-star read for me, so I cannot wait to get more into the series. I absolutely love V.E. Schwab, and I have no doubt in my mind I'm gonna love the rest of where this goes. I started this one on audiobook, but I ended up switching to reading it because I didn't like the narrator's voice for one of the characters. But I'm not sure if I will read them or do audiobook, but I know I need to finish it because I am hooked, and I loved the different magic and everything in it, and the different Londons, and just everything was so cool. This next one is not one that I see mentioned like at all. Quite a few years ago when I used to be on Tumblr with a book blog, it was mentioned a lot, and I read the first one. I absolutely thought it was so fucking cool, and I just never picked up the second book. I have the whole series, and this is one that I really, really want to get to, and that is The Enemy by Charlie Higson. This is a zombie-like apocalypse type of, YA novel. They're kind of zombies, but it's more of like a sickness kind of virusy thing going with it. And it only affects adults. And this follows a group of kids that are surviving, and they end up meeting up with another group that live, I believe this one takes place in London, and there's like different gangs and stuff, and then they kind of merge into another one, but there's a lot of like shady shit going on and stuff. But I remember loving this one. I couldn't put it down. I had a different edition originally, and then I couldn't get my hands on the second one, and then I kind of just forgot about it. And then not that long ago I had won a giveaway, and I had won these, and I need to finish it. I want to. This was so cool. If you haven't picked this series up, I definitely recommend it. Like, even though I've only read the first book, I can definitely recommend this because it was just a really cool take on like the whole zombie apocalypse. So this is another one like these. These are like on the top. As soon as I knew I was going to do this video, I made sure I grabbed this one off my shelf because I need to finish this series. And there are 7 books in the series. I have only read the first one, so I've got quite a bit of way to go with that one. Okay, this last one. This is one of my all-time like favorite books. I have 2 different editions of the first one on my shelves because I loved it, and then I have talked about this in another video. I don't remember which video it was though, but I loved it. I loved the whole kind of magic paranormal system that went on in it. I loved all the characters. I loved the story. It was creepy. It was awesome. But there was like so many issues with when I first read the first one, there was like this huge wait for the second one. Nobody even knew if the second one was going to come out. I kind of put it on the back burner. I eventually bought the second book, and then the whole thing started all over again. Like, they didn't know if the third one, and then this one got like the covers got changed like 12 times, and I need a matching set. Like, I am one of those people, I need a matching set. Like, I can't have, you know, smaller and bigger copies or hardback and paperback mixed together. That's just, it doesn't work for me. A cover that I liked, and then I finally came across one, and then lo and behold, the covers that I fell in love with were an Australian edition that I couldn't find. I finally found them, and the first book was a smaller version than the rest of them, and that killed me. And then the bigger version was out of print, and I couldn't find them anywhere, and it drove me up the fucking wall. I finally got my hands on a matching set. I now want to finish it. The last book was just released not that long ago, and this I know it's gonna be worth all the effort is the thing, and now I just need to actually like get into them, and that is The Diviners by Libba Bray. I loved this book. I loved everything about this book. The characters, this follows a girl named, I'm pretty sure everybody knows what this one is about. Like, all of these are very popular books except the Enemy. I'm not sure if that one is still very popular or not, but this follows a girl named Evie who, this takes place in, I think it's the 20s or the 40s. but she has these powers where she can kind of read people's minds, and it gets her in trouble, and she has to move in with, I believe it's her uncle. I need to reread this one because it's been years since I read it, and I do not mind rereading it. And when she gets there, she's a pain in the ass. Evie is a pain in the ass, but you know what? I loved her. And when her uncle works in a museum that cultivates different weird stuff that, you know, people find throughout the world, like things to do with folklore and superstitions and stuff like that. And he has an apprentice there who does not like Evie, and he's very stern. And then we meet all these other characters that have these powers, and they each have different powers. And there is this evil, creepy dream monster man that it creeped me out. Like, this was a very creepy book. It's not straight horror, but it does a very good job with the atmosphere of the horror, with horror in it, and I loved it. Like I said, I definitely want to do a reread of this one and then just kind of binge the rest of the series if I can. This is the cover that I ended up going with finally. I have the original hardcover, which I am still so pissed that they never finished the rest of the books with those covers, because the original hardcover is absolutely gorgeous. But I fell in love with this one. I probably should have pulled off the rest of them. You know what? Give me a second. I will. So this is the Diviner cover. This is the Layer of Dreams cover. This is the cover for The Devil Breaks You. They're so gorgeous, and they look so gorgeous next to each other. And finally, the King of Crows. I love the simplicity, and then they have really cool spines. Like, they look like old tome type of books. Like, I just fell in love with the whole aesthetic of those. But some of the other covers for this series were just god-awful, and I hated them, and I couldn't buy them because I didn't want them on my shelf. And then, like, the whole when was one getting released, and it was a mess. It was a mess. But those are the 5 series I want to finish as soon as I can. I loved all the first books. I know I'm gonna want to continue them, so like when I thought of doing this video, these were the ones that just popped out at me immediately. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed this. If there's any of these that you have read that you think I should definitely bump up my list, let me know. If there's any of these that you think maybe, you know what, you can wait, you're not really missing much, I would love to hear that as well. So there we go. That's what's what. Thank you for watching as always. Don't forget to subscribe, and happy reading. Bye.